Zeus here, and today we'll be continuing your nervous system. Chapter 2. The Brain. The brain manages all the information necessary for running the body. It acts like a personal supercomputer to store and bring up thoughts, feelings, emotions, behavior, perception, and memories. The brain also receives information about what the body is doing and what's happening to it. It processes this information and stores it until needed. However, the brain is better than computer at managing people's daily life activities. The soft brain needs protection. Three strong membranes called menings cover the brain. Fluid called cerebral fluid, spinal fluid, or CFS, fills the spaces between the layers. It cushions and protects the brain. CFS also carries hormones, or special body chemicals, around the brain and moves waste to the blood. Neurons carry messages and connections made in the brain. Myelin, an insulating cover, wraps around axons of many neurons. How do I say it again? Myelin moves the messages faster. The impulses jump across the axon instead of traveling along its entire length. Glia cells provide support for the neurons. They don't carry nerve impulses. They make myelin. Clean up the spaces and transport nutrients. Glia cells help make new neuron connections as the brain grows. The brain is divided into two hemispheres. The right hemisphere mostly controls the left side of the body. The left hemisphere mostly controls the right side. The two sides communicate through a band of connecting axons. The brain has three main parts. A large cerebrum directs learning, memory, and understanding. A deep center groove divides it into two halves. Left side controls the right side of the body. Language, science, math, and logic. Right side controls left side of the body. Emotions, creativity, music, and imagination. The cerebellum sits under the cerebrum at the base of the brain. It controls balance and posture. It also coordinates muscle movements. The cerebrum The cerebellum sends messages to the spinal cord and other parts in the brain. The brainstem is a stalk-like section deep inside the brain center. The brainstem regulates body actions that take place automatically, like breathing. It also manages vital activities, including maintaining body temperature and sleeping. Albert Einstein's brain. Albert Einstein's brain weighed a bit less than a normal brain, but he had a 15% larger region associated with visual and spatial reasoning. He also had one large section in the front rather than the several lobes most people do. Einstein's brain was stolen from his dead body and cut apart for study. Before the thief died, he returned it to the hospital from where he'd taken it. The cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is outside the part of cerebrum's surface. It is heavily folded, which gives the brain more surface area. The cerebral cortex is what makes people different from other life forms, like chimpanzees, cats, or frogs. People have a larger cerebral cortex. Its job is thought, speech, and movement process. Motions cause sensory neurons to tell the brain what is happening at that time. The cortex thinks it over and decides how to act in a second. This is just what it is. Cortex vision. Emotions. Intelligence. Reading. Frontal lobe. Intelligence, reasoning, behavior, memory. The thalamus and hypothalamus. The top of the brainstem holds the thalamus and the hypothalamus. The thalamus relies on nerve impulses coming from the body. It sends them to the correct brain part. The hypothalamus manages incoming hormones. The nervous system develops early in life. By 7 weeks, a person's brain is formed. It continues to grow up in birth, and then continues growing. Even as an adult, the brain can develop neurons, form new connections. Babies are born with many neurons that aren't connected. Experiences increase the connections and form the synapses. The synapses. The spaces between the neurons, connections grow stronger with each experience. Along the way, unused connections are removed. The ability of the brain to continue making neurons and connections is plasticity. As people age, the process may slow. However, the brain continues to work and repair itself in ways not yet completely understood. Memory appears to be in the connections made by neurons. People receive information, store it, then call it back in long-term memory. Short-term memory lets people remember small information bits. They forget it soon unless they practice it. The brain runs the body working with the spinal cord and neurons to receive information from the senses, analyze it, then take needed action. And that'll be it for today, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.